Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I wanted to do a video on one of my all-time favourite players, Ryan Griffen. I've been a Dogs fan all my life. I still remember finishing at the bottom of the ladder in the early 2000s. Losing is never a good thing for building culture. However, in a lot of sports, the losing teams have first access to the best young talent. More times than not, a player taken in the top 10 will go on to have a better career than those in the 20s and the 30s. In 2003, the Dogs finished the season towards the bottom of the ladder, and the top 10 pick in the draft, it was pick 3. With pick 3, our recruiters read out the name Ryan Griffen, a tall mid with elite pace. His best ability was his run and carry. He loved taking the game on. In 2005, Griffen made his debut against the Eagles in round 4. He went on to play 17 more games that season to finish runner-up in the Rising Star Award. Used as a defender in the early days, it wasn't until his third season in 2008 where Griffen started making a real name for himself as a genuine starting mid, often playing in the wing and the guts. Opposing teams began to game plan around him and his damaging ways as a threat through the corridor, often slicing his way through tacklers, helping the Dogs midfield become arguably the best alongside Geelong at the time. While 2008 was his breakout season, it wasn't until the next 4 seasons from 2009 to 2013 where he began to separate himself, becoming a star of the competition. In 2010, Griff won his first Best and Fairest award. By the end of the 2011 season, some veterans were retiring, older players were delisted, and head coach Rodney Eade's contract was not renewed. It was clear what direction the team were going in, a full-blown rebuild. 2012 would start with fresh young faces under new coach Brendan McCartney, but Griffen didn't skip a beat, continued dominating and amassed a career-high 46 disposals in a game against Sydney in 2012. As he rolled into 2013, Mike Sheehan had Ryan Griffen listed as the 8th best player in the competition. The Dogs went on to finish the season with 4th worst record in the comp. However, Griffen would still have his best season yet, averaging 29 disposals a game, notching his first All-Australian nod and finishing 6th in the AFL MVP award. He claimed another B&F as well as taking over the captaincy from Matthew Boyd. Going into the 2013 draft, the Dogs used their pick 4 on not yet renowned rookie Marcus Bontempelli, who was seen as a left field pick this early. Heading into the 2014 season, there wasn't huge expectations on the team. They were one of the youngest teams in the league. Coming close to winning a lot of games this season, they couldn't get over the hump due to what seemed as inexperience. Griffen had a decent season, but his numbers fell from 29 disposals a game to 23. But something seemed off between the playing group and Brendan McCartney, a bit of a disconnect of players and coach. At the end of the season, we were told by the media that Ryan Griffen had called it quits from the club and walked away from his captaincy. This was huge news at the time. A captain wanting out of the club is pretty rare. In this type of scenario, a club will try to keep things stable and low-key as possible, but the Dogs front office dropped the bombshell on its fans, announcing the firing of coach Brendan McCartney. Looking back, it was weird because both senior stars, Ryan Griffen and Adam Cooney, pushed for this to happen, but were forced out as if they were on board with the coach. Anyway, that's just politics, isn't it? Everything seemed to be in tatters. As a supporter, I was growing super anxious, worried about my club going down the drain. Nervous that we wouldn't exist or have to merge with another club just didn't sit right in my stomach. Supporters were in panic mode. Luckily, the Dogs hired a great coach in Luke Beveridge and got Tom Boyd back in the draft for the great man Ryan Griffen. Griff in a new uniform, I can't believe the sight of him in orange for the Giants, the one team I cannot stand. However, it's a fresh start and I wished him the best of luck. His career at the Giants was a distant composite of the player he once was at the Dogs, playing 55 games across 4 seasons. Father Time is undefeated and caused some injury, forcing him to retire. Looking back at his entire career, he played 202 games for the Dogs and 55 for the Giants. That's 257 games across 14 seasons. He won 2 club Best and Fairest and was an All-Australian. I'll always remember Griff's career, one of the best run and carry players we had in the game in the 2000s. What a champion he was, well respected by fans and teammates alike. I hope he gets to walk up on stage one day at the Doggies to accept an appreciation on their behalf for a terrific service to the club. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. Please make sure you hit the subscribe, leave a like and drop a comment on who you would like to see in the next and upcoming video. It's been real, guys. Peace.